roll call of councils that you lost. Basildon, Dorset to the Lib Dems, North East Lincolnshire, Nuneaton, Redditch. These are places where Labour is salivating at the prospect of taking your MPs. You've been losing under Rishi Sunak time and again. Look, don't you think you need to change something?
Look, I'm not going to pretend they weren't disappointing results. It's always disappointing. I was out campaigning with lots of people across the country, and it's always disappointing when you lose hard-working Conservatives.
But the point here is, doesn't this give you evidence that you need to do something differently? And if you don't do anything differently and you just say, stick to the plan, aren't you sticking your fingers in your ears when the electorate is telling you time and again they are not impressed?
No, look, I think the message, if you covered it on your piece there, the message from the election success in the Tees Valley was about having a plan, delivering on the plan, and I think at the moment we've made a lot of progress on those priorities I was talking about. You know, inflation's down to just over 3% from the 11%.
But the point there is that Ben Houchen in Tees Valley seems to have been able to communicate to his voters that he's able to achieve things. Rishi Sunak does not seem able to communicate to voters that he's achieving the things you claim. I want to put these to you. These are comments from some of your own council leaders who've lost. Andrew Jeffreys, former council leader of Thurrock Council, he said people were unhappy with the government. They didn't like the message that was coming out, the plan. So that's one of your own side who lost this week, is saying they don't like the national plan. Another, Andrew Baggott, who was leader of Basildon Council, he said there's a real immense dissatisfaction with people on the ground. What do you say to them? You're just not going to change anything?
No, what I would say is the plan is about delivering it. The plan is working. But we haven't got all the way through to the end of it yet. So take inflation, it was 11% when the Prime Minister became Prime Minister. It's now down to 3.1. It's not all the way down to the Bank of England's target of 2, when they'll start being able to cut interest rates, which will make a huge difference to hard-working families. We've done part of the plan on dealing with illegal migration. It's down by 30% year on year at a time the number of illegal migrants coming to the European Union was up. But we haven't completed that plan yet. We've got the Rwanda legislation through Parliament, opposed every step of the way by the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats. You voted against it hundreds of times. But now we have it on the books. We can now get the flights going to Rwanda, a steady rhythm of flights. That will change the incentives there. It will have a deterrent effect.